Hello, everybody. Hello. We're live. We are live with today's coaching class. And today we are talking about a really interesting topic. We are talking specifically about people pleasing and, what to do if you're a people pleaser and you don't want to be anymore. It's a very interesting topic, I find, people pleasing. I have been a people pleaser in the past, and it's not easy to let it go. It's something you have to continuously remind yourself to do. Um, Especially seeing a lot of the times people pleasers, the intention is really, really good. We want other people to feel happy. We want good things for others. We don't like conflict. So there's good intentions when you are a people pleaser, but it doesn't actually do anyone any favors because you actually come across as really fake when you agree with everybody all the time, even if internally you disagree. You can't agree with everybody all the time. So if you agree with the people that you're in front of in the moment, you're giving them a false impression of your personality, your opinions, your thoughts on things. So you can actually come across as quite fake when you're being a people pleaser. And you can hurt more people in the long run, which of course we don't want to do. And, this isn't something that we're doing on purpose, but it does happen and it happens to people a lot. So we're going to talk about people pleasing today. We'll talk a little bit more about the definition of being a people pleaser, and then we're going to talk about what you can do to get out of the default of being a people pleaser. So some actual practical steps that you can take that will help you. All right, I've got some notes here that I'm going to look at as we're talking so that I remember everything. If you are watching live, say hello so I can say hi back. And if you are not watching live, then say hello anyway, because a lot of the time I come back to videos and I answer comments and questions later. So I can still say hello later on as well. Okay, so let's get into it. If you are feeling pulled in different directions, if you are feeling like you're trying and trying and trying, but you just can't make everybody happy, if you are constantly thinking, I really wish I had more time to do things that make me happy, but I'm always doing things for other people, this class is going to benefit you too. We're not talking about changing the way you approach this so that it's just a better experience for other people. I want a better experience for you too if you are a people pleaser. Okay, let's backtrack for a second and talk about people pleasing and the definition, or my definition, of being a people pleaser. When I think people pleasing, I consider that a people pleaser is somebody who other people tend to consider very kind, very helpful, very thoughtful, very caring. Someone who wants to make other people happy. So, yeah, as we said, good intentions. But people pleasers, we tend to prioritize everyone else's needs over our own, and that can cause resentment. And then when things start to go wrong or start to turn sour, then the other party is often really, really surprised because they had no idea that you weren't actually happy with what you were doing and that you were just trying to please them, and felt pressured into it. I think the pressure comes from the people pleaser themselves. It doesn't come from the external party. Most third parties will be fine if you say no to something or suggest an alternative. So it really is an internal pressure that's coming from the people pleaser in this circumstance. The intentions of a people pleaser are really good, but it's impossible to maintain everybody's happiness 100% of the time, especially when you're not neglecting your own happiness. When you're neglecting your own happiness, that's when things are really, really starting to get unbalanced. And if you continue down this pathway, you're just going to end up burnt out, resentful, and generally really unhappy with your life. And that doesn't sound like much fun, right? No. So, how do you know if you are a people pleaser by nature? Okay, well, here are a few examples. Have a think about them, about whether or not they're familiar to you. You pretend to agree with everyone, or you simply stay quiet when you disagree with someone in a conversation. And that gives the other person the impression that you agree with them. So So you're not technically disagreeing, but you're not saying anything at all to make them aware of the fact that you don't agree with them. Another indication you're a people pleaser is you feel responsible for the feelings of others. You say sorry easily and often, a lot of times when you don't need to. You offer to help people even when you're already really busy yourself. You pretend to be interested in something that actually bores you, something you're not interested in. You go against your intuition and you do things that others ask of you, even if it doesn't feel right in your gut. You feel burdened by the needs of others, and you feel like you have no time for the things that you want to do. You find it really difficult to say no, so you end up saying yes to everyone, and then you resent them for making their request in the first place. You feel really, really uncomfortable when someone is angry at you. You act differently when you're around different people. A lot of the times with the people pleaser, you'll see that their personality tends to mirror the person that they're with. You need praise and validation from others in order to feel good, and you work really, really hard to avoid conflict. So that's how you know if you're a people pleaser. It's a really good thing to care about other people, but when you're neglecting your own needs, when you're neglecting your needs in order to make other people happy, that's when things start to become really unbalanced. And another big danger with people pleasing is that, you can't please everybody 100% of the time. So it doesn't matter how hard you try. There is still going to be times that you fail and other people won't be happy. So, what do we do? You'll be pleased to know that if you feel like being a people pleaser is in your nature, you don't have to worry about it never getting better. There are some practical steps that you can take in order to reduce your people pleasing actions. So I'm going to give you a list of, I think I've got about 8 tips. Yep, I've got 8 tips, things that you can do in order to stop people pleasing. You don't have to do them all. You can just see which one resonates with you most and give that a try first, and then keep trying them as you see fit. You don't have to do all of them. You can if you want to, or you can just pick a couple, start with one, see how you feel. Okay, how to stop people pleasing. Remind yourself that you are a person too, and you are actually the most important person in your life. So it's time to please you. When you're having a conversation with somebody, try expressing your opinion first so that you don't then default to matching the other person's opinion when they say theirs. You can't match theirs if you get yours in first. When you're talking to people and somebody asks you to do something that you don't want to do, but you feel like you need to say yes so that they don't get mad at you, just pause before you answer. Take a long breath, think about the answer, and then say it out loud. Often that little extra bit of silence while you take that breath and pause, that's enough to let the other person know how you feel without actually having to say it. And you come across as more calm and more confident. So just take a breath and pause before you answer someone's request. Spend some time by yourself and get familiar and comfortable with the real you. Get to know the things that you like, the things that you dislike. Get familiar with your natural interests and passions and talents and preferences. Really get clear on who you are, because the clearer you are on exactly who you are, the easier it is to just let that shine out of you. Practice saying no. you can start with really, really easy ones. So let's say you're at McDonald's and they say, "Would you like fries with that?" Just say, "No, thank you. You can go buy fries later. It's fine." But it's a real easy no, right? "Hi, I'd like a Big Mac, thanks. Would you like fries with that?" "No, thank you." And that way you're practicing actually saying the phrase, "No, thank you." You can get comfortable with how it feels to say it, and then you can progress to more important no's. If you can't say no, then practice offering an alternative. So start with the easy ones again. "Would you like a tea or coffee?" "Actually, a glass of water would be lovely, thank you." Right? You haven't had to say no. You got what you wanted. It's a nice, easy alternative. "Come out to dinner with us on Friday." "Oh, I can't, but maybe I can come for dessert." Right? Give it a try. Can't make dinner. How about dessert? Or if you can't say no in the moment, but you really want to say no and you just can't do it, then delay the decision instead. My favorite phrase is, "Okay, I'll check my calendar and I'll let you know." And then you're done in the moment. You don't have to actually say the word no in front of the other person. It gives you space to breathe, to think about whether or not you actually want to do the thing, really make that decision. And if you're giving your answer later, you're likely not in front of that person later, so you can just text them the no. It's much easier than saying it in person, face to face, in the moment. So send a text or an email later on. "Thanks for thinking of me. I can't do it after all. Thank you for asking." And the last tip that I want to give you is, if you are going to say no, get used to giving the no without a reason. People pleasers by nature. If we don't want to do something and we say no, sometimes we're tempted to just make up a reason because we don't have a good enough one. We just don't want to do it. But we don't want to hurt your feelings, so we can't just tell you that we don't want to. You see how that gets really messy, right? There's no bad intention there. So just get used to saying no without giving a reason. My favorite way to do it is, "I can't make it, but have fun. I can't make it this time, maybe next time. I can't get there, but I can't wait to see photos." Don't give a reason, especially if you don't actually have one. And remember, the best way that you can help other people be happy is to role model making yourself happy. I hope you found this class helpful today. I hope that those practical tips help you out, and I can't wait to hear all about it. So make sure you leave a comment if you found this helpful, or if you have any thoughts or experiences with people pleasing. I would love to know your insights. So comment below and let me know, and I will see you in next week's class. Don't forget to subscribe if you want a notification of when we go live, and you want a heads up on the topic that we're going to be talking about. And yeah, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.